Hi my blessings, it's me Taylor if you didn't already know that, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I am back with another video. I know I skipped the last 2 weeks, but I'm back and better than ever. I'm doing a part 2 to my most requested video. How did I start a boutique at 19 years old? Tips and tricks and all that jazz. Whatever. So if you didn't see my part 1, I have a video of all the basics. So if you want to go see that, it will be linked below. So you can watch that one first. If you're here because you have already done all the basics and you already know all the basics, well, hi. I'm here to tell you about all the fun stuff that comes along with having a boutique and running a boutique and all that stuff, because let's be honest, the only reason we are boutique owners is because it's fun. We don't like the other part. Okay, my camera like glitched out really quick. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, I'm just gonna go over like the fun stuff. I posted on TikTok for people to ask me questions, and on Instagram. So I got a lot of the same questions, so I just wrote those down and I'm gonna answer those. Obviously I wrote them down because I film on my iPhone. So we're not bougie here. So yeah, I'm gonna answer everybody's questions the best I can. So in this video, I'm gonna answer questions about shipping supplies, how to do shipping, how to create a website, what website I use, where do I buy all my packaging, what does my packaging look like, and stuff like that. All the questions, I'm just gonna try to answer as many questions as I can, and maybe make part 3 if people still have questions. But until then, I'm just gonna answer these questions. Okay, so I'm gonna try to keep this short, sweet, and simple because I know you guys are coming for the good stuff. I wanted to start my online boutique at 14 years old. Me and my mom part-time lived in California from the age 12, 13-ish to like 15, 16-ish. And I was around like the modeling, the acting, the fashion stuff all the time. And when you're around it all the time, you just grow to like, you either adapt or you either grow to love it or you grow to hate it. So I just grew to love it and I loved everything about it. And I also just love the fact and the idea of helping other girls feel beautiful and feel confident in themselves. And that the best way to do it is through an outfit, in my opinion, and through lashes and makeup. And you know, it's not about changing somebody's beauty, it's about enhancing somebody's beauty. And when a girl gets in the right outfit, she automatically feels 1,000 times more beautiful. Anyways, so that's one of the big reasons. Also, my dad always told me that you want to be your own boss. You don't want to be punching a time clock for the rest of your life. And so taking that into consideration growing up, I knew that I always wanted to do something where I had the say-so in it. And I took my passions and made it into a reality. And sorry, my rib hurts so bad. I'm like, so yeah, I really like everything about owning a boutique. I love. Seriously, like the taking the pictures, the editing, the behind the scenes, the videos, the photo shoots, the sending out packaging, I just love everything. The social media, the website, everything about it is just so much fun to me. It's just so much fun. Of course, it's very stressful, but it's so much fun and I love it. I would just say to answer that question, what inspired me, because I don't really feel like I answered that to the T. The thing that inspired me was LA. LA 100% is the reason why I'm doing this. If I would have never went to LA, I would probably have went to college and I would be doing something completely different. So, because just really quick, when you go into LA, you know, as weird as people can be and as rude as people can be in LA, no one cares what you think about them and you can dress and wear whatever you want. And no one says anything. Here in Texas, you wear a really cute outfit and everybody's calling you a buckle bunny. I just love the idea of being able to dress exactly how you want. Ideally, for the future, the close future, I would want my own store location. I am in a store. Hi Brandy, if you're watching this. And Brandy helps me package a majority of the orders and stuff. We'll get into that later. But ideally, for the close future, I would want my own store location. And I'm looking at a place right now and hoping that I can get my hands on it. If it's a God thing, it's gonna happen. If not, then I will wait for my time. But ideally, I would want my own store location. Not necessarily because everybody says everything's online now. Like you shouldn't open a store location. That's really bad. And like I see that perspective, but at the same time, I don't want a store location just because I think it's gonna bring in a bunch of customers. That's a bonus. I think it will bring in some customers depending on where it's at. But ideally, I want to have a studio in my boutique, like a whole full-blown studio where I can just snap website pictures on there, and then maybe like a fancy couch for like everyday photos for the Instagram feed. So ideally, that's my biggest goal for like this upcoming year, and maybe, who knows, maybe by the end of this year, that's my biggest goal for right now, is to have that where I can have a studio, have a place to store all the clothes and ship out, like have all my shipping stuff there, and just have it like a giant kind of warehouse, but also, cute and artsy so people can come in and shop, but at the same time have it, you know what I mean? Does anybody know what I'm saying? Am I making any sense? Yeah, so that's one of my big goals for this upcoming, like the near future. Ideally for long term, I'm thinking like a store location in LA, a store location in Dallas, a store location maybe in a smaller town, maybe not my hometown, but like Amarillo, and I'm hoping maybe 5 store locations. And another goal is to be designing my own stuff. Instead of buying wholesale, I would like to design it myself. Ideally, that would be the goal. So yeah, those are my goals for my future. So I'm gonna say, starting off with buying wholesale, I had $1,000 in my bank account to buy just clothes. And that is not a lot of money. I'm telling you right now that, like, I started out on the bare minimum with that. But with that being said, I spent a lot of money going up to that with buying supplies, with buying everything that you need to start it. Like the website and all that stuff. So I would say, if I could give you a rough estimate on how much it costs me to start it, I think you could do it under $1,000, but you would probably only have like 3 items on the website. If that, depending if you're smart with your money, you could have more or less. But if with all the packaging and all of that stuff, I would say about $2,000 is about what I used, more or less, probably a little bit more, because I feel like I bought a lot of, I messed up in the beginning. I bought some stuff that I didn't like that much, and then I ended up having to buy something else, and it just was like, so make sure you really like your stuff. So yeah. So, fun fact, I used to have this ugly pink color packaging, and the reason why I got that color is because on Amazon, it looked like a different color, and then when I got it, I was like, I already bought it, I have to use it. So if you purchased from me way back when, you got the ugly packaging until I ran out. But now, I'm actually very fond of my packaging. So, first things first is my poly mailers. I got these on Amazon. I ship some in these until I run out. I really do like these. They're really cute. They're like a light pink color. And for the main ones, for pretty much, I only have a few of these left. So, I got these from Amazon. And also these just plain white ones from Amazon. I have these in these bigger ones and also some smaller ones, but I didn't grab those. So I have several different things. These are obviously more cute, but like more out there. And then I put one of my stickers on it because I think it's cute. In the future, probably I will get custom white packaging with like pink Go Sauvage on it. Until then, I will just be using these, which I like. I really do like my packaging. So yeah, I use those poly mailers, and then I wrap the clothes in tissue paper that I just get at Walmart, and then I put one of these stickers on the tissue paper to like close it, like to keep it sealed. And then I usually just tie a ribbon around it, usually a glittery ribbon, but I'm out of that, so I can't show you guys. So those are my poly mailers. I got them both from Amazon. Also, since we're talking about lash packaging as well, for my lash boutique, I use these poly mailers because they have this bubble wrap thing in it so that the packaging doesn't get smushed. I also got these on Amazon. Now we're gonna talk about the other stuff in packaging. So if you want stickers, which I think everybody needs stickers, I got these big pink Go Sauvage stickers for the boutique. I got these on, what did I get them on? Vistaprint. I believe it was like $100 and something for like these. I think it comes in like 100 ones. You get 100 stickers. I don't really know, but on Vistaprint, you normally has pretty good deals. So if you just go look for yourself, normally you can find some pretty good deals. Also for my lashes, I got these little Sauvage lashes stickers, also on Vistaprint, as well as my store tags. I got these. They used to be pink. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't like them at all. I never liked them. I like that they were okay. I wish I could show you, but I don't have any left. I used them all. They were okay, but I transferred to these white ones because white is obviously my favorite color, if you didn't already know and can't tell by my room. So yeah, so these are now, they are just simple white, and instead of like putting them in your shirt like this, I put them on the corner. I think that's really cute. It's the little details, guys. So yeah, those go in the shirts. These are what these are. I also got these on Vistaprint. I got a whole like box. You get like 500. I think it was like 30 bucks. Also for the lashes, I got these little, they look like credit cards. The back says, let's see if I can get it to show up. Kind of, not really, but anyways, it's like this little card. It says Sauvage Lashes. It has our date. It has the date for the boutique and the lash date. And then it has our Instagrams on the back, and it says CEO Taylor Russo on the back. So I think these are really cute, and it says Wild Platinum card because go wild lashes. And I just thought that was super cute. And matte black is kind of like my theme. Okay, so with that being said, matte black was my theme. Originally, I wanted this to be matte black, which this is our lash packaging. I don't think, yeah, there's not any lashes in this one, but it says that. And then it's a pink glitter on the inside, and it has our handles on the back. And then Arabella Monet, my friend, I will tag her below if you want her to draw you a logo. She drew this logo for me. It's me, if you can't tell. I have huge hair. I love it. Anyways, so I originally wanted this to be matte black as well, but there was no way that I could do this matte black with the logo being black. So it didn't work out that way, and I didn't want this to be pink. It was supposed to be white, but that's a story for another day. And then it was just supposed to be a hint of pink on the inside, which the inside looks good, but I really didn't want this to be pink, but it's whatever. It's still cute, and I like it. So it normally was supposed to be all black. That's what I was going for, but it didn't end up working like that, which happens sometimes in this business. You just kind of gotta go with the flow, and you know, you can't dwell on anything too much. So yeah, those are main things also, I got these from Walmart. I just write little notes to each individual customer because I found that people love that when you're very personable with them. I think they prefer when you're personable with them because it's like you actually care, which I do care. It shows them that you care when you write them a cute little note. So I just got these plain white ones. In the future, I might get some with like from Vistaprint with flower pictures on the front and a blank back and write on the back. But for now, these work just fine. Your packaging, you do what you can with the packaging. My packaging has grown with time. The more I've been able to afford, the better it's become. You can't expect your packaging unless you have money. But I'm doing everything on myself. I'm doing everything by myself. I'm funding everything that I'm doing by myself. So unless you have a ton of money to just blow, you have to say where you can spend money and where you can't spend money. And so if your packaging probably isn't going to be everything that you want it to be starting off, but you do what you can, and that's all that matters. So a few necessities. Those were just like, could be, you can do. I kind of told you where I got everything. Oh, I did not tell you where I got these. I custom made these. I ordered these from a lash wholesaler. I found them through, what is that? It's a messaging app. Is it WhatsApp? I think it's WhatsApp. It's a messaging app, and there's a lot of lash vendors and stuff like that on that app. And they messaged me. So I ended up finding the right person to make these. I got an order of like 500 to 800 of them, and I believe it cost like $1 each box or something like that. It could range. I believe it cost like $2 a box. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had to buy those. Yeah, so those are like the wants, not the needs. These are necessities right here. Oh, I guess your clothing tags are a need, so I'm gonna put that as a need. The fancy stuff is just a want. So what you will need is a tag gun. You will need a tag gun. I got this on Amazon for like 10 bucks. And then it comes with a bunch of these. I literally haven't had to refill since I started my boutique because it comes with a ton. So you'll need that. Also, this scale. You can get one on Amazon for like 20 bucks. I got mine on stamps.com. It doesn't come with it, but you get like some kind of deal when you sign up. So yeah, that's what I got. These are necessities. You will need these to tag your clothes, and you will need a scale to ship out your clothes. So, hope that answers your question. I feel like I was all over the place, but I hope it made sense, and I hope you guys understood what I was saying. There are so many ways that you can do shipping. One of the only way I have done it or tried to do it was through stamps.com, because whenever I was watching these videos, that's what the most people of the videos that I watched recommended was stamps.com. You pay a monthly fee of like $19, and you get like cheaper prices. When you use stamps.com, they give you deals. I don't know the kind of deals that they give you. I don't know what it actually costs at an actual post office than it does online. I couldn't tell you all that. I just know I haven't had any issues with it. So basically what you do is stamps.com is super simple, super easy to use. This is like the main page, and I would just sign in. And you have mail, orders, products, contacts, history. It shows you all your history, reports, supplies, help. Okay, so basically you'll click add, and it will pop up this. Okay, I get it. Okay, I think the Wi-Fi is really bad right now. So then you would put their address in right here. You don't actually have to put their phone or email. You can if you want to. You put the weight, which you can use your scale to do. Then you'll have, so if I put, okay, it'll give you options right here. Let's see if they give them. UPS, and then you select a service. So you'll have all these options. The price goes up depending on the weight and where it's going. So you'll have like all these kind of options in order to send out their package, you know, all that jazz. And then you just click print and it prints it off for you. You don't need any special printer. I use a regular printer. It is harder to use a printer. You can get a sticky or like a label printer. They have, I think it's like 300 bucks, which isn't too bad. But I haven't, you know, I can use my printer and print off. It just sucks having to cut it and then tape it on there. It would just be so much faster to just print it and then just stick it on there. But that's completely up to you. I haven't labeled that as a necessity because I don't feel like it is a necessity at first. So yeah, stamps.com works really well for me. I know there are other places called like ShipSpace. I know that's one. That's the only one that comes to mind. But if you Google how to do shipping with your online business, you definitely could find other options. But from my personal experience, stamps.com does the job. It's good, and I've had no issues with it whatsoever. So it's a good option, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't be using it. And I really haven't had any issues with it. Oh, another a thing about stamps.com is you pay $19 a month, but that does not include the things that you ship out. So you still have to put money into your account. So you'll have to link your accounts, and once you run out of, say I put $10 on there and I ship 5 packages, so I'll have to put another $10 on there. It does not pay, the $19 does not pay for all of the shipping stuff, you know, anything that you want to ship. You still have to pay for the shipping. So just because you pay for the monthly fee, you're paying for the deals, you're not paying for the actual shipping stuff. If that makes any sense. If I'm making sense, yes, no, I don't know. So yeah, I hope that helped. But like I said, I haven't had any personal issues with it, and yeah. Okay, so I created my website with GoDaddy, which I believe I said in the first video. GoDaddy.com, it has a very easy setup. It has its own display options. You're pretty much free to do whatever you want with it, but it also has its own templates, so it can, you know, it's an easy setup if you don't really feel like you're that creative with making a website. It's very easy to use. The whole thing is like dumb friendly, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm pretty good with technology, but when it came to like making a website, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. And so it was pretty much like self-explanatory. It's very easy to use. So yes, if you want to use GoDaddy.com, it's $300 a year and you can pay that monthly. So it's actually pretty cheap compared to Shopify. I believe Shopify is like $700 a month or something like that. Don't quote me on that because I'm not entirely sure. But then honestly, okay, I'm just gonna be honest here. First of all, it's like $700 a month and you don't even get your real username. You get .shopify/shopify.com or whatever. So that's annoying in its own. And unless you want your own username, you have to pay more. And it might be $700 for the more expensive one. But either way, I'm paying $300, $300 plus, give or take, for GoDaddy. And I get my own domain, and it's, yeah. And I don't have to put the my GoDaddy whatever at the end. So that's a plus. Not to toot my own horn or anything, or say anything bad about anybody else's business, because support, and I 100% agree. But if I'm gonna tell you what I feel like is the best option, GoDaddy, in my opinion, their website setup looks 1,000 times better than a Shopify setup. Shopify probably can do more though, as far as like making online gift cards and stuff like that. They can do that, whereas GoDaddy can't do that. I can't give people credit cards. I can only give them like a coupon code. So there is some, it just depends on what you actually need. In my opinion, when I compare my boutique, I compare it to like actual stores like Fashion Nova, their websites and stuff, and their websites don't look so neat. They look so neat. And when I look at a Shopify website, it just doesn't look neat. It looks kind of blotchy to me, if that makes any sense at all. And I'm not downing anybody with the Shopify account at all whatsoever. like, you do with what you do, and I'll support you. I'm just saying, if I was giving somebody advice that hasn't yet chose what website to do it with, I would suggest GoDaddy, just because it just, in my opinion, looks better. Like, I don't know. It's hard for me to explain what I'm saying and it not sound like I'm saying my store is better, because I don't think that at all. I just think in general, the whole website just looks a little neater, in my opinion. It looks a little more professional. Let's just say that. It looks more professional. But at the same time, I guess it just depends on what you really think is a necessity for your store, because like I said, GoDaddy does in fact not do like gift cards. Another thing is Shopify offers like Afterpay and Sezzle, whereas GoDaddy, I'm not sure if it offers that, but I haven't yet found an option for that, which if you don't know what Sezzle or Afterpay is, it's basically where you can buy now, shop later is what they say, and it's like a kind of credit thing, and you can put half down and then pay for the rest later, and you still get your items. So if that stuff's important to you, like the gift card and the Sezzle and stuff, then obviously Shopify might be a better choice. But I don't necessarily find that necessary, so therefore I haven't moved over to Shopify, because I really am happy with where I'm at, and I really like what it looks like and how GoDaddy works. Hope that helped explain. You also asked about promo codes. There's a part of the website on GoDaddy where you can set up promo codes, and you can give like your influencers and stuff like that promo codes in order to promote your thing, promote your sale. And a way that I do, like a more unsophisticated way to make a gift card using GoDaddy, is to just put a promo code in and then put how much it's for, and then you just tell that person to use it as checkout. Like say I want to give somebody a $25 gift card, I just say, put their name, like say if I was giving it to Taylor, I would put Taylor 25 or whatever, and say, hey, here's your gift card or promo code for $25, and you just put it in, and when they shop, it will take $25 off their purchase. So I mean, I say you can't do a gift card, but you can do a gift card that way. It's just not like you're not actually going to get one in the mail, or you're not going to get an email unless I email it them. You know what I mean? It depends. There are some things that I've sold in the past that have been my personal ideas. Me and my mom like to get behind it. Well, we don't like to get behind the sewing machine, but I can do a lot of convincing to get her to help me make stuff. It just depends on if I have a really good idea or not. So I did do a line of Rockies and Wranglers and stuff like that. And cute little crop tops and stuff that we made ourselves. I've also made some of my clothes as well. So like I said, in the future, I would love to do more of that, making it myself and do that stuff, because honestly, wholesalers do not have what I'm looking for. If I'm being 100% honest, the ideas in my head have not been made, and I don't see anybody making them. And so if I could just get my ideas on some paper and get somebody to make it for me, I feel like my store would be like already popping. But I'm having, that design and making everything yourself is a whole nother process. I'm just gonna say it's a ton of work, and in that kind of instance, it pays to know people, because I don't know anybody that designs their own clothes and that could have like a warehouse or a distributor, somebody that can make that in bulk. I don't know anybody like that. So that's gonna take some time. If I decide that that's what I want to do, that will definitely take time to start. But that would be very awesome, and ideally that would be something that I'm interested in. Yes, the products do ship to me. I do not have drop shipping. They ship to me. I take pictures of them and do all that stuff, and I'll ship them out if I get orders within a certain day. So how it works and how it's worked so far, I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to do it this way, but for now, as of right now, they ship to me. I take pictures, I do videos, all that stuff, and then I'll release it. then I'll send out the first few packages that get orders, and then whenever I have the time, I drive to Tulia, which is my hometown, and I drop them off at the store location. Brandy is the best person in the world. She is an amazing, also has her own online business. You can check that out. I will link them below. It's called Dreamfly Station. She ships out the future orders. They're kept in store there so people can come in and shop, and then she'll ship them out if I have online orders. So yeah, so she does help me with that. I'm not sure, like I said, I'm looking into opening my own place. So if that does happen, I will have all my stuff from that store location move down here, and I will officially be doing it by myself and have to hire different people because Brandy will not move down here, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that's the plan for now. This is the biggest struggle and annoying thing for a boutique owner. Of course, I have somebody that does my taxes. He handles all that. I just have to I'm in charge of getting him a certain stack of papers, giving it to him, and he figures out the rest. But the hard part is getting those stack of papers together to give to him. So basically, at the end of the year, it's a completely different story, but if you're referring to the taxes every 3 months, you do sales tax. So when you're charging people to buy your clothes, you have to put a sales tax on it, which I believe in Texas, where I'm at, it's 8.5% or something like that. And so you charge it to their purchase, and then you take that money and you put it aside in each purchase. And then at the end of those 3 months, all that money that you charged, it gets sent away to the government. The government, the IRS, is not somebody, my parents always say, the IRS is not somebody that you want to mess with because you will be in so much trouble if you do not pay your taxes. So pay your taxes. Also, at the end of the year, you have to pay your taxes throughout the whole year. It's not necessarily pay your taxes, you just have to do your taxes. So you get everything together, everything that you paid, everything that you bought, your shipping supplies, your clothes, all that stuff goes into a list. And then the person that does my taxes, I would suggest getting somebody because honestly, I couldn't do it by myself. He does our taxes, he'll go through all that, and then I guess it will determine whether or not I owe something at the end of the year, or they owe me, or I don't owe anything and they don't owe me anything. So you see what I'm saying? So it's a very long, big process, but like I said, I would just suggest finding a financial manager that can help you with that stuff, because luckily my parents have had somebody doing our taxes my whole life, because they had their own business as well and have had their own business their whole life, or their whole adult life with us, whatever. So my parents had that, and so that was easy access for me to use, so they just was like, here, just use him. And so I just use the same person that my parents use. So that helps. Literally just do your research and talk to people that know what they're talking about, because I wouldn't take financial tax advice from me. I just know the basics that you have to pay every 3 months and why you have to pay and all that stuff. So that's something that's very important though. So no, I do not, as of right now, I do not have a second job. But prior to this, I did work as a server. Before, when I first started my business, I was working 2 jobs to support it. I was working part-time at a boutique, doing social media managing and stuff like that. And then I was doing serving full-time. And then like literally the days that I had off, I would work at the boutique. So, I was doing all that in order to support a dream. You cannot, unless you're born from money or married into money, or, you know, have money, you're not going to be able to just jump into a business and do it by itself. You're going to have to work. And that's just the sad fact of it. Until you're able to support yourself through your business, and I am at that point that I can, well, it wasn't my choice. Let's just say it wasn't necessarily me, oh, I'm ready to quit my job and be a full-time boutique owner. First, I'm just gonna say it wasn't necessarily by choice that I am no longer working. The place that I worked at shut down because of COVID for good, so I ended up losing my job. With that being said, I had been thinking about quitting. I felt like God was telling me to do my boutique full time and to trust in Him, and I had been feeling like that for a long time, but I was so scared and I wasn't trusting in God to take care of me. But now I'm putting my faith in Him that He's going to take care of me and take care of my boutique. And He has so far. I've been out of a job for almost 2 months now, and I've been doing just fine. So yeah, you can have a job, you cannot have a job, but you just have to make sure that you're making enough money to support yourself. I would suggest at least having your business open like a year or two before you just up and quit your job, unless, like I said, you're born into money, you have money, your parents have money, your boyfriend has money, your husband has money, his family has money, whatever. As long as you can, pay your bills with the boutique money and keep your boutique running. My biggest advice to you is to stay focused. Once you start, continue to hustle, because I know it is a long process in order to do so. But if you stay focused, you will get it done. I know you're going to get discouraged, but stay motivated and just know that you can do it no matter your circumstances. I know that a lot of people think, oh, I don't have the money to do it, oh, I don't have this to do it. Well, I didn't have the money to do it, and I didn't have anything to do it either. I worked for it, and you can work for it too. Like I said, get a serving job and save your money. Serving is a good way to earn money and save and hustle. Seriously, serving, I swear, is so much money. And I'm not being it's a lot of money. So that's my biggest advice to you, is just stay focused and know that you can do it, and be confident in yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Just stay focused. Another thing is that to save your money with your boutique. I said this in my basics video. A big thing for me to really push with you guys is to make sure that you are not overspending your profit of your account. So that's why I suggest having your own job and keeping your boutique separate, is because you can spend this money for personal needs and spend this money for your boutique needs, and then your boutique just keeps flourishing and rebuilding itself and all that stuff. You don't want to spend too much of your boutique money and then you get in a rut. So that's if I could give any big advice, it would be to do that. Which I also said in the last video, so I hope I'm not getting too repetitive here. Oh, that's a good one. I wish someone had told me that the tears are just a part of it, and the doubt and all that stuff comes along with it. And just because you doubt yourself, and just because someone else you feel like is doing better than you, doesn't mean that you're not doing a good job and you're not doing all that you can. And I wish somebody would have told me that, because throughout this whole thing, I had been extremely hard on myself to be the best that I could be and do for everyone and all this stuff. And I guess I wish somebody would have told me that you're doing enough. Don't overwork yourself. Don't push too hard, because there was a point in time where I was barely eating. I was forgetting to eat. My friends were having to text me to remind me to eat, and I was just so stressed. And stress comes with the territory. I understand that. But I wish somebody would have told me, you're doing a good job. Don't be so hard on yourself when things start to get rough. When things seem because boutiques have slow moments, when you feel like you're not selling that much, don't think it's because your store's not good. Don't think of that stuff, because that's not true. Because otherwise, if your store wasn't good, no one would buy from it ever. And I've had so many repeat customers, so they keep coming back for a reason, and it's not because your boutique is not good. So don't let the devil lie to you. This is what I wish somebody would have told me. Because as a boutique owner, it's just like with anything. So with sports or whatever, when you're going to play another team, you scout out the competition. You want to know what their good players are, what they're doing, and stuff like that. Well, it's the same thing with boutiques, sort of, in a similar way. that, you know, I look at other boutiques that see what they have in stock and make sure that I don't have that same thing in stock, because I don't want to be in, you know, I don't want to have what they have. I want to be original. I want to have my own things. You know, I want people to come to me because they haven't seen it anywhere else. And I know that's really hard because sometimes that's just not possible, but for the most part, that's really what I try to do. And also, with that being said, you're looking out for everybody, you know, other boutiques, because it's your job as a boutique owner to know what the competition is, you know. And although you can support other businesses and still want them to do well, you also want to think wisely and try to not do the same things that other boutiques are doing, you know what I mean? Like, if someone has this, like, stars and the lightning bolts, I know I made this reference in the last video, those are a really big thing right now. So I have refrained from buying anything like that, because although it's very trendy, I feel like everybody else can get it somewhere else. So why would I get it whenever then I would have to compete with prices, if you see what I'm saying. So I keep an eye out, you know, with other boutiques and stuff. And with that being said, I'm saying all this stuff to say what is something I wish somebody would told me, is that when you're keeping up with your competition per se, because, you know, you can still support and be in competition, if you know what I mean. So you're looking at all these other boutiques and you feel like, oh, they're doing better than me. Oh, they have so much more inventory than me. Oh, they have this more than me. Oh, they have that more than me. Well, that can begin to get in your head, and then you start to think, oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, my boutique isn't good enough. Oh, I don't compare. And instead of doing that, I wish somebody had told me, you know, think about the obvious. Think about the fact that that boutique has been open for 3 years. And I've only been open for 1. So yes, of course they have more inventory, they have more, you know, followers, whatever, because they've been around longer. So you have to think about that stuff as well. And also, just gonna say this up front, not everybody worked for their stuff. You have to remember that as well. I had to work, and you, because obviously you wouldn't be watching this, you have to work for what you have. There's so many people out there, like I know several people that their mommy and daddy paid for it all, and their family members or their husbands or boyfriends paid for it all, and they didn't have to work for a dime of that money that went into that boutique. So yeah, they're probably gonna have 50,000 things of inventory that, you know, as compared to me, I worked for everything, so I might only have 5 things or 10 things or 20 things of inventory because I worked for it and that's all I could afford. But that doesn't mean that you're not compared and you're not, like, you can't compete. That doesn't mean you're not as good. That doesn't mean anything. It just means that it's gonna take you a little bit more time to work and to get your store running the way you want it to, and that is okay. That is okay. If you have to work for it, then you should be proud of yourself that you're working for something that somebody else got handed to them. And that was something I wish somebody, not only somebody had told me, but also I would tell you that don't be so hard on yourself if you feel like somebody else is doing better than you, because honestly, you have no idea, because they could be posting about how great their store is and all that stuff, and it could be a complete lie. It could be true, but it could be a complete lie. And not only that, they had the money or they've been around longer, you know, and you, on the other hand, haven't been around as long, or you work and fund everything yourself and you don't have any help, and that is okay. Like, honestly, I applaud you more than I'll applaud somebody that had everything handed to you, and I would rather buy from somebody that works hard than somebody that got it handed to you, and that's just me. But yeah, so basically that is that. So yeah, that is it for this video. I believe I have one more question, or like a few more questions, but I can't get them to pull up on my computer. For some reason, the stupid Wi-Fi is acting up. So I'm so sorry for everybody if I didn't answer your personal questions, but I feel like I answered most of the basic questions. And hopefully I helped you guys out with starting your online business. I don't know if you guys like these type of videos, but if y'all do, just let me know and I will continue to make business videos. whether it's like behind the scenes or how I package my orders or stuff like that. If y'all just like to see that stuff. Also, if I get my location up and running and I work out the little details, Lord will help me if that is his will. If I get along that, I will film that whole process for you guys. So make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can see all of my future videos. So yeah, I hope I answered as many questions as I can for y'all, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Thanks for watching, and I love you guys.